Hey traders! Woohoo! Let's have a look at the silver and gold. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alrighty then. So big smackdown, crackdown, bam, wham, thank you ma'am in the metals, right? Just big smackdown last week. So guys, all I do say is, looking at the silver and looking at gold, yeah, we had quite decent moves on the downside, and it was a pretty big move on the downside. And all I say is this, guys, is that I guess when you're trading, you gotta be flexible with the market and understand what the market actually do. Okay, what the market can and cannot do. Now, I was holding here and I was saying to you guys, if we do get a break up from here and we create a little higher trough, then I just got an alert. If we create a little high trough and then we get a breakout with volume, then it should just explode. But it didn't. Actually broke back down and then came back down through here. But here's the interesting thing, guys. I'm looking at this chart through here. It actually broke below this trend line here. This was actually squeezing up and had a nice break below. So if I delete that there, you see the stochastics starting to run down quite nicely through there. So a pullback, guys, is really nice here. There's that upward move is definitely not in line yet. So we're still getting, and if I just create that parallel trend line, is that the exact same trend line that's up there? Yes, it is. Yep. So you can see that's what's happening right now, guys. You can see the stochastics pulling back quite nicely. It had this quite decent drop down. We still are compressing up in this. Wouldn't that be cool, guys, if this just got to October, then just took off? It just squeezed up and squeezed up and squeezed up. Well, that's what we're seeing here on the silver market. Even though it's pulled back, guys, there's nothing bearish about this here, all right? Nothing bearish. And if I go to, say, the weekly chart on the silver price, we can actually see, let me actually take this off the screen. We actually can see it actually broke below that there. So let me take that off the screen. And you can see where it's at right now. So we do have, this is just part still of a sideways consolidation on the weekly chart. We still haven't broken below major support levels. And you can see this whole level through here from the 1950 down to sort of the 1850 level. Probably up a bit more than that, probably through there. That whole level through there, guys, is indeed an area of where it's likely to find support. So even if it does pull back, guys, this in the overall bigger picture, all right, guys, it's still very bullish. Now, guys, if you are trading silver or you're trading that and you're hoping for every single day to be up day and you're looking for a big move, then you got to be patient, you got to be careful, you got to be diligent, you got to be really focused on the market when if you're looking for a short-term move, get that short-term move. But if you're looking for a bigger move, like I'm looking for much more upside during this year, right? So within that, guys, I'm letting the market's going to swing, pull back, and do all that sort of stuff. So, guys, in the overall scheme of things, you can see this is just, if you have a look at the weekly chart and just look at and this is just as simple as this, really as simple as this. You can see how we had this trough through here, have this peak, have this trough. Let me bring up the eclipse. So peak, trough, we had this sort of sideways. Look at that here, very similar, right? Market had run up, squeezing up, and then bam, took off again. What is higher peak, high trough, ran up? What it is here, higher peak, guys. There is nothing bearish about that. Now, if it does start to break down and create lower peaks and lower troughs, start breaking below this trend line, then yeah, I'll be saying, you know what? Something's changing here, right? Something's changing here. The market would tell us what's going on there, right? So that's what the weekly chart's saying. Plus, also, let's have a quick look at the monthly chart here. Monthly chart's just having a nice pullback here. So nothing really major happening, guys. So nothing really on the weekly chart. So, guys, there's a quick analysis there. You can see what's happening here. We're just basically going sideways, and we have this sort of low point through here. That's that low point through there. And if I draw, maybe if I draw a trend line, what does that give me? That gives me that there, doesn't it? And then I have that there. That's interesting, isn't it? That sort of trend line. You can see how it's been bouncing off. So maybe this is actually started bouncing off the start of this week. Who knows what's going to happen? But I'm just looking at areas of where it actually may bounce. And let me just create this other parallel trend line again. And I want to, this is where the market sort of had problems closing. So let me just edit that. And I want to create like a different, let me do like just a purple there. Yeah, it's the purple. And that way there, guys, I'm looking at that weekly chart. Okay, if it does break below, we had this sort of low points through there and that high point through there. And then you can see the last couple of times it actually bounced off it on the weekly bar. So that's where it's holding there now. You know what? No, that purple line, forget that purple line. Right? You can see it's just really, really simple. It's breaking there. If this doesn't hold here, guys, then it's breaking down. But what you can see is we're starting to form this sort of action. You can see how this was the peak. These were the troughs through here, so it's sort of squeezing up into this pattern here. So there's nothing worrying about that, guys, for me there. All right, let's go have a look at the gold market now. Let's go have a look at the gold. All right, so the gold. Oops. Oh, okay. That was the line chart. This is the gold market. So gold actually came straight down towards this trend line, didn't it? It actually ran up, created this low peak, and came straight down. Now, is this a head and shoulder formation? The gold is like, is this a head and shoulder form? Is this a shoulder and head formation? And now we're actually just starting to break down. Really, really, really interesting to see what's happening here. This is actually the trend line that actually came down to. It'd be really interesting to see whether we actually hold this level and rally back up, or do we continue down. So I'm gonna keep that on the screen. So if we do keep rallying down, and I noticed that we do have this sort of level of support here. So these two levels here has been a major level of support where the market is. Even if it does rally down, I don't expect it to come down too much. But looking on that, you can see that's what's happening through there. Let's go have a look at the weekly chart. As you guys can see, right, when you look at the weekly chart, you really can see a lot more sort of action there. The gold market looks a lot more bearish than the silver market does. So, but, you know, this is the... All right, let me just take that off the screen there. This is obviously the low and high point through there. That's obviously what's happening. And it's very similar to what is happening here, or what has actually happened on the gold market as well too. And this is sort of what we're getting through here, and we sort of getting a close below that as well too, guys. So if you look at the gold market overall, guys, as well too, we're still in this overall sideways sort of the trend is up, right? There is nothing bearish about this. Now, guys, if this market was bearish, we'd start to get a break below this support line. It'd probably run back up, hit this resistance, break below this trend line, run back up, maybe create like a bear flag formation, and then it'd break back down again. If it starts to do this sort of action, guys, yeah, you better believe I'm out of here with silver. I'm out of here of all my trades that is long on the market, right? Or on the metals. But guys, until that happens, my long-term trade this year on silver still stays intact. There's nothing for me to worry about. Now, guys, if you're looking for a long-term trade, but you're worried about the short-term swings, then you shouldn't be trading it. All right, you shouldn't be trading it. You should just be trading that short-term swings, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Right. So for me, guys, if I'm looking for a longer-term trade, I have like, you know, for me, it's like, where is silver in December this year? That's the only thing that I care about. Where is silver in December this year? Now, I got a caveat to that with my SLV trades. So let me actually go have a look at this here. All right, let's go have a look at SLV. Right, so with my SLV trades and my silver trades, now you can see that obviously the SLV, this silver, absolutely just got nailed. So probably expecting a lot more downside on SLV. Big selling volume. So looks like SLV has a bit more downside to come as well too. That's okay. It's just fine. It's just part of the parcel. Once again, guys, if you have a look at this weekly chart here on SLV, let me take that off the screen there. And this is the overall weekly chart here. You know, guys, if we do start to break below these major areas of support and resistance, and the market does start to tell me that we're now starting to break, this is now a topping pattern and we're breaking down and so on and so forth, you know, and we're not going to break above here, and we're not going to get back up towards the 20 here. You know, guys, yeah, and yes, that'll be the area for me to say, you know what, things are not working out the way that I thought they were going to work out. No, this trade is now turning around. Right, and now you've got to be very, very, very smart and very diligent with what the with the way you're trading, and that's for me, guys. I'm going to stay bullish because remember, guys, I'm long since 15, and I bought some more like cheaper ones. But guys, I'm still up like 150+%. Even this thing breaks back down and gets back down below here and stuff like that, guys, this thing has to drop way, 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 way down for me to you know, to be, and for me to even be back at break even, right? This has to probably get back down towards, you know, maybe even the $16 to $15 mark. If that happens, and we do start to break down, I'm happy taking a small loss. You know, a small loss for me, guys, is probably going to be 5 to 10% on my entire position. I'm happy holding on to that because my upside, if it does continue up, is just a lot more than a couple of 100%. So be smart about the way you trade in this market, okay, guys? And just be intelligent about what you're doing this. So anyway, guys, silver an update. Massive downside on silver and gold. What comes next? And this is what I'm seeing happen in the markets right now. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.